Now we're going to apply this cylinder drawing to actual objects. So for this next drawing, you're going to need to rotate your paper. Okay, we'll divide this in half this way. And the first one we're going to draw is this. Let's make sure that focuses in. Okay, I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start out the same. We're going to start with a horizontal line. We're going to start work from the top down here. Start with a horizontal line, keep it level. Now we're going to strike some arcs. So we're going to want to make our arcs curving similar to the ones in the photo. Again, keep them symmetrical. You want the opening of your oval to be about the same as it is in the photo. Round off your ends if they're not already. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop actually I'm going to shoot, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to draw an axis line. So we had that horizontal axis line. I want to bisect that and drop a line straight down. This is going to be a vertical axis line. Make sure that is plumb. And then, instead of curving these sides inward, I'm going to simplify, and I'm just going to try to come down like if I went across the edges of those at that angle. So I'm just going to drop this line straight down. I'm going to estimate the proportions of that, and I can even draw that straight. I want to make sure that as I come down, that the base stays centered. I want equal spacing on either side. Just drop that straight down, and then I'm going to curve it off. Okay, something like that. Round that. It's all centered. Once I have that, then I can come in here, and even if you look and see where it comes in the furthest, you can even make a mark. You can draw a horizontal line across and even mark where that is, so you curve it in the same on both spots. And then you could kind of even simplify that, bring this in here, and then bring it back. Make sure that the point at which it comes in is right on that line. And that helps you to get things symmetrical. Bring that in, bring it back, and then just smoothly curve it, and adjust as needed. Looks like it needs to come in a little bit more down in here. But again, you adjust as you go. Okay, so once you have that, then we want to stack the bottom on that vertical line. So we take this little part underneath the cup that looks like a cluster of grapes. Just draw that as a circle. It looks like the top is kind of cut off. It's hidden underneath the bottom. And then we start to have this stem underneath that. But before I go too far with the stem, I want to establish the base. Now you notice how much of this curves the arc compared to the top, okay, because it's further below eye level. So the top of that is going to come through here, and we can kind of estimate where the bottom would be just to get an idea of the overall height of that. And then pick the middle, draw a horizontal line, just random length for right now, and then determine how far out does that come in relation to the rest of the cup. So somewhere, in here. I think my cup probably really needs to flare out a lot more, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So I mark that right here, and then I can measure that, put that on the other side. So I know I'm equidistant on both sides. Then I and I can strike my arcs, and it has to stay between those marks, and that's going to make it come out all the more even. And you just kind of swing those arcs, round it off. You can even really draw right through that just so you can get that nice and even arc. Okay, and then you can finish bringing your stem down. You can see where the ridges on that stem kind of go to. Just follow their path. To finish that off, there's some very faint lines in here. There's another one back in here. Faint one there. One that goes back there, and then there's one right down the center. Kind of comes right there. And that's it. That's how you get it symmetrical, plumb and level and symmetrical. The only final details are the small ones where you would kind of like double up this line here for the rim to show the thickness of the material. Go around, double that up. And then even the rim down here, you could even do another line there to kind of show the thickness of the ceramic material. Because later on when you shade, you're going to want to show that highlight there. And that's it, other than touching it up, you know, smoothing out all your lines, erasing your construction lines.